Hello once again and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for the views, the likes, the shares, and the subscription. Please, if you haven't, try to subscribe to the channel. Just click on the subscription button right there and turn on your notification to know when we drop new videos. This video, I'm just going to show you the environment of Microsoft Expression Web, which is what is used in the web authoring components of IGCSE ICT. Okay. If you check the pop-up banner now, you would see the video I did on February-March 2026 web authoring paper 3.1. And also in the description of this video, I'm going to leave a link for you that you can use to download the Microsoft Expression Web in case you want to get that. Okay. All right. So let's get right onto it. So this is the title bar, and then this is the menu bar of the Expression Web. I'm sure if you use Microsoft Office software, you should be used to the things I'm mentioning now. Okay. So right here you have the File menu tab, which is where you can create new files. So let me just quickly create a new file. Click on the page. All right. HTML. General. So I'm going to create a new HTML document. So I'm going to pick HTML, but from here you can create a CSS document, a JavaScript document, depending on what you want. But I know for IGCSE, we only focus on the HTML and the CSS. So I'm going to create a HTML, click on OK. All right, so when I create it, the default structure of HTML files comes up. You can see the HTML, the head, the title, the closing tag of the head, the opening tag of the body, closing tag of the body, and then HTML. All right. So this is it. If I want to save it, I can just file, click on file, go to save. All right. And then it takes me to a location on my device. So I pick a location I want, and then the name is already there, .html, and then click on save. All right. So that's done. That's how to create a new file. If you look at the file, you can also see preview in browser. This is where you can actually check what you've done or what you're doing. So let me just preview in Chrome. Let me preview in Chrome, and then okay. So this is what I've created. This is what I've created so far. Of course, you haven't added anything to the web page, so this is what it's going to show. All right. So let's look at the other options here. Okay, you have print, which means you can actually print your code from here if you want to. Then we have the edit menu tab. We have the view. We have the insert. From here, you can actually insert things like under HTML, things like div, sections, span, breaks, which is BR, horizontal line, HR, images, inline frames, layers, paragraphs, and all these are actually HTML tags just made in a very simple form for you to be able to use. Okay. You have pictures, you have media. Okay, you have different options here. Okay. Then we have format. From here, you can actually create a new CSS style. All right. So let me just create a new style. From here, you can create CSS style. You can also do some other things here. You can actually determine certain things in your background. Then here we have the tools option. We have tables. Okay. And most times, IGCSE actually requires you to create tables. So let's do a table. Let's do a table. So I'm going to click on insert table. Okay. Let's say I want 4 rows and 3 columns. All right. And then I want it to be 80% of the web page. So this is where you specify such things. You want to be 80%, you want to be 70%, you want to be 100%. All right, the amount, the percentage you are specifying is going to determine how much your web page is going to, how much your table will cover the entire web page. Okay, so here we determine cell padding. From here we determine the border. So I can decide to put the border here and then maybe put color as black, black for the color border, the border color, sorry. Then if you want to put an image in the table, you want to make it an image, the background of the table, you can actually do that from here. I'm not going to do that. So I'll just click on OK. All right. So this is the code view actually of the, I haven't gotten there yet, but if you look down here, you will see design, you will see splits, you will see code. So these are three different views, okay, through which you can view your web page. If you look at this now, if you know HTML codes, you'll be able to understand this because you can see this is the opening tag of table, all right, and then this is the width that I defined, that's 80%. Then this is the table row, this is the table row, and then these are the elements of the table row. These are the data in the table row, which forms the columns. Okay, so that's how it goes all the way down. So let's look at the design view. We click on design view. Okay, look at design view. Design view shows you like a design of what you are creating. Okay, it doesn't show you the code, it just shows you the design. So you can see this is the design view. How many rows did I create? One, two, three, four. 4 rows and 3 columns. You can see it here. And then look at the border I defined, the border, the black border I defined. Now, if you want to see this, okay, to confirm that what we created is actually there, you can go back to your web browser. First of all, you need to save this. So just click on save. It would save it. Then you go to the browser. Just go to the browser and refresh. So you can see the table I created. All right. Okay. So let's continue with what we're doing. So this is the design view. This is a split view that divides the design view and the code view. Why this is the code view? We're already seen that. All right. So we're looking at table. Then here you can create a new site. You can open sites from here. You have data view. We have the panels, which are what you see over here. You can determine what panel is available for you to view. All right. You can see apply styles panel is there, manage styles panel is there, snippets is also there. All right. Then we have two windows that are open. We have an untitled, and then we have the one I saved. Then you have the help menu option here. Okay, so if you come down here, you also see some options, new documents, the same, just like you can create it from file, you can also create it from here. Then we have, let me get out of here, we have new sites. We have open. If you want to open an already existing web page, you can do that from here. You have save, you have save all. If you have multiple windows open, you have display in super preview. We have preview your web page in different browser options you have there. Then we have these are different tags and styles for text in HTML. For example, if I want to create a text using the H1 tag, I'll just come here, pick H1. All right, then I type my text. Let's say testing, testing H1. Okay, if I go to my code view, now you can see that this is what I just did. Okay, it already puts it in the code form for me by putting the H1 tag on the text I just created. Okay, so there are different styles you have here. Different styles you have up to, as much as you want. Then you can also determine the font type from here. All right, if I do that, you also see that it will affect the code view as well. Then you can also specify the size of your font from here. You can undo and redo. You have your bold. These are text formatting, bold, italics, underline, your alignments, bullets, lists, indentation, outside borders or inside borders as the case may be. So you can see, you can actually determine what borders are visible and what borders are not visible. Okay, by doing that. Then here we have highlights, font color. insert table div, okay, insert picture from file, and then insert hyperlink. So all these are just different options you can use in case all these are here to make it easy for you to create web pages, because not everybody is familiar with HTML and CSS. Okay, and everybody is familiar with that. That's why you have Microsoft Expression Web. It makes it easy for you to use. Then over here we have some other options. We have tags as well, HTML tags. We have form controls in case you want to create a form, where you have things like drop down, group box, inputs, buttons, depending on what kind of input you want to do. Maybe it's a text, like here you have input text, submit, reset, radio, button. So all these are the different options, okay, that we have. Then we have media where you can put videos and stuff. All right. Then over here is where you do your style sheet CSS work. Okay. So from here you can create a new style. All right. Okay. Then from here you can attach a style sheet. So I just clicked on create a new style, and then it popped up for me to be able to create my style. Okay. So that's how you do that. Then if you want to attach a style sheet, you attach it from here. You click on attach style sheet. Then you look for, before you look for it, there are two options here. You can attach the style sheet as a link. You can attach it as a full CSS style sheet with the code and everything. Okay, let me see if I can look for a style sheet I used for a particular IGCSE paper. Let me see, let me see, let me see. Okay. All right. So let me attach this style sheet. Okay. So I would attach it twice. One as a link and one as full style sheet, so that I will show you what it looks like. So I click on OK. All right. So the settings of the style sheet is already affecting what we are doing here. Okay. So if I go to my code, look at this. Look at this. Okay. Look at this. So this is the link to the style sheet. All right, this is the link to the style sheet. Okay, so that's attaching via link. You can see it's showing the link to the style sheet. All right. Now, if I try the second listing, which is by getting it, importing it whole, I'm going to attach another style sheet and then import it. All right. Okay. So if you look here, you see our import URL is already showing. So if I click on control and I hit link, so you can see this is the style sheet. All right, this is the style sheet. So this is the difference. Okay, this is the import URL showing here, and then this one is a link to the style sheet. All right, so that's how you attach style sheets to your existing HTML. Then if you want to create a new style in the style sheet, you click on here, new style, and then you define based on what you've been told to define. All right. So this is just a brief introduction to Microsoft Expression Web. I think this displays that there's no coding error. Everything is okay. So just to show you your way around, I think I've covered everything in this video. Just an introduction, just to help you to be able to navigate based on the question that you have been given. If you have more questions, feel free to drop your question in the comment section, and I will treat it as I see it. So thank you so much for watching this video. Until I see you again, have a good one.